a lot of your singers, a lot of your dancers, a lot of your fake 2%ers, which is the Caucasian race who runs the world, the like couple of families that run the world. And this woman experienced a full moon night with Angela and her stud. I don't even know her stud's name. And from what she says, again, there's this podcast that did a whole interview with Bella, her main bitch, who I believe is not with her no more, and another bitch who was one of Daddy's girls. Because with her, you can't call, nobody outside of Angela could call her Daddy's girls beautiful. I believe one of the followers or the watchers on TikTok called Bella beautiful. And Bella was like, no, don't call me beautiful. Don't call me beautiful. I am not beautiful. Don't call me beautiful. My daddy is the only one that calls me beautiful. Don't call me beautiful. I don't want that ride. I don't want that ride. I don't want that ride. I guess that ride is a spanking or something. I don't know. But she said, I don't want that ride. I don't want that ride. Please don't call me beautiful. That is what I don't like about what Angela is doing. Because she's using sadistic application to control her women. Make them feel ugly, only beautiful to you. Make them feel like you're the only person that overstands and that will get them and that will show them love. Because if you telling your bitches, which I think is abuse, if you're telling your bitches that no one else should call them beautiful but her, but daddy, but your God, then that right there shows me that you have a problem with a woman being in her essence of beauty. And that right there is not right. I feel all women should feel beautiful. I feel all women should have this level of confidence and beauty within themselves to where they're able to do the greatest only because they know they can, because they have that inner spirit to do so. I don't believe in that narcissistic. I don't believe in that that level of exchange where you are abusing one person just so you can push yourself up. I don't believe in that shit. A lot of relationships do it. This is why I don't get why they really upset.
Krista, call me on two. Krista, call me on two.
I don't know why they're getting into a big uproar, because what Angela doing is basically a polygamistic relationship on TikTok. Because you got mad people in polygamistic relationships and non-polygamous relationship where the relationships are off balance. You always have one dominant being with another low-level being that doesn't really think that they're all that. And they come together because they connect with the pieces that they're missing from each other. Most relationships are two halves coming together to make a quarter. So I just think it's really sad that she decides to put these women's state of mind in a place of lack, in a place of low vibrational.
Load out up front for some feed. Load out up front for some feed.
Or to make them feel that they're not worthy and they're not beautiful and they're not loved. My thing is, how can you allow yourself to be abused by your stud this whole time, from when you were fat to when you went to the gym and made your body what you wanted it to be, which I guess was skinny, and then become a god, but yet become one of those type of gods that beat on their followers, that abuse their followers. I've never liked the goddess Athena. Why? Because I fuck with Medusa. Medusa was one of the high-level goddesses in Athena's temple. And because one of the other gods decided to rape Medusa because he wanted her, when it gets back to Athena that she had fucked one of the male entities that Athena considers husband, Athena became in such a fucked up rage that she turned Medusa into the stories that you hear about her and getting her head cut the fuck off. Never, even when I was initiated and moved on from Athena, I never fucked with Athena. That's why I didn't study her that long. You hear me? I've always been down for Medusa. And I think it's funny that she make y'all think that she fuck with Medusa by the shirt that she wears. But she don't fuck with Medusa. She fuck with Athena. Because Athena was always the goddess who had a temper, who flipped out. She enjoyed killing, all of that. Okay? Medusa was a different type of energy. Medusa was loyal. Medusa was dedicated. You know what I'm saying? And when she was turned into the banshee with the snake hair, it was only because Athena became jealous because she raped her. Because her husband, one of the gods, raped Medusa. Athena just couldn't handle the fact that not only her husband had a taste of one of her favorite females, but her husband enjoyed Medusa a little bit more than Athena, and told her so, to the point where she went in a rage. And I feel this is what's happening. I feel this, okay, hear me now, because I believe this is a part that nobody said. And I've watched only maybe 1-2 videos about this occult, and that's why I feel I have to speak about it on a spiritual level. I truly believe this whole thing is not being orchestrated by Angela. I think she's still a slave, and I think she's still following directions. But it's being run by her stud, her big, fat, ugly stud. Okay? So, hear me when I tell you, everything is not always what it seems. And when you really look at things and really check it out with a fine-tooth comb, you see the root reasons why things are usually how they are. So let me go back to where I was talking about. 1 second. You guys, thank you for listening and thank you for watching. If you don't know me, my name is Dark Goddess 99 and I am an occult teacher and cosmic hope for all of my spiritual students, spiritual clients, and spiritual followers around the world. Please like and subscribe to Dark Goddess 99, Zaza Mambo Ish, Zemyaza Healing Corps, and also my nonprofit organization that helps inner city kids get into a nature-filled environment at Mama's Family Circle, Inc. We're changing lives, you guys, one heart at a time. Okay, so that's what I don't like about Angela, is about the self-abuse. And I truly believe that the whole thing is being orchestrated through her stud. That's why we don't see her. You can tell that Angela is faking to be a stud. I can tell from a real stud to a fake stud, because a real stud will have a certain amount of male energies that's connected to them that literally makes them the stud, to where people who are pretending or trying too hard because they want to or because they have a feeling to be a stud. And I really believe that Angela is just pretending to be the stud. You remember, baby, don't you get my number? Milli Vanilli. I feel that Angela is just the representation of what's going down with her stud and what they're used to. Because let me go back to my thought that I didn't finish before in the lecture. There was a girl that was one of Daddy's girls, and she decided to leave the cult. And she did an interview on a podcast on YouTube. Go look for it. You can find it if you Google the right words. And she said when she went down there to go visit Angela, so she could be her daddy and have, of course, to have sex with Angela. Because if you go into the girl's house, you're going to her house to have some sex. No, ain't no right or wrong. Shit, live your best life. Get your rocks off. She went down there and it just got a little too motherfucking dark. She spoke about how they were asked to do certain things. They were asked to cut themselves from 150 times to 30 times to show their devotion and love to Angela. If they asked them to do something specifically, if it wasn't done right, then they will be punished. Regular ritual shit, you guys, okay? Regular ritual shit. Whew. Give me 1 second. We will be right back after these short messages. You guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Again, my name is Zaza Mambo Ish, and we are talking about the BBW TikTok cult, Angela's Girls, where we have a couple of females calling a black woman God. Oh shit, we coming up in the world. We in a state now. We're in a state of being where you have a couple of black goddesses being treated and respected as fucking gods, as the dark gods that we are. Oh, the changes. Oh, the changes that come. All right, you guys. So this girl experienced the cutting, and she was requested, I guess, to cut a certain amount of times, to the point where when she left and was still petrified of what went down with her, Angela, and her stud, she even was calling Angela, trying to still get in Angela's good graces. Listen, when you get bitten by the bug of a demon entity, it is hard to fucking get out. It is hard to get out. And I'm one of those who believes that demonic entities can have good intentions if you control them. But that's only if you have the power to control them. You know what I'm saying? But most people are being controlled by the entities. And this is why the change in behavior and the action and the energy that's released from that individual is so different. You know? She's got her eye gaze down pat. I would too if my nigga was cutting me on a regular. The fuck? Hear me now. So even when she left and decided that she was not going to deal with this BBW clique anymore, she was sending messages to Angela in, you know, the part when you're leaving a dysfunctional family or a dysfunctional situation, you fall back on the dysfunction. She called her back and saying, you want me to cut my face? Will that make you happy? I will cut my face if that will make you happy. Playing that pathetic, I don't know the scientific words right now because I'm so into the video, but there are a characteristic of people who play off of, feel sorry for me, feel sorry for me. You want me to cut my face? All right. If it's going to make you happy, I'm going to cut my face. I'm going to cut my face. If it's going to make you happy, I'm going to cut my face. This was her way of trying to get back with Angela, but then I think she realized, if I don't get right, CPS is going to take my kids, because I believe the girl had 2 kids. So she left the group and let go of it. And I'm glad she let go and decided to move on from Angela. I'm also glad that she let go and moved on from the whole situation, because you don't want, because you'll fuck around and Angela will be protected, but not the girls. And the girls will get the energy that Angela was supposed to get, because Angela's protected. I'm sorry, Daddy is protected. Hear me when I tell you, ladies, be careful who you give your love essence to. Hear me when I tell you, men, because there's some men who worship men out here too that you guys don't know about. That's where what Angela's doing is doing the exact same thing. Hear me when I tell you, be careful who you choose to love. Be careful who you give your energy to, because that will make or break you in the next couple of years. Because if you fuck around and be around a whole bunch of fuckboy mentality, then you're going to put yourself in a situation where you will literally die and live a life of sleeping zombie, walking death. Just going through the motions. Work, rest, eat, sleep, work, rest, eat, sleep. No passion. Work, rest. And let's talk about passion. The reason why these women are choosing to go through this BBW cult is because, trust and believe, because I know Dark Goddess Magic as a Tantra master, they are receiving this woman's energetic essence and they're feeling it all through their body. And trust and believe, they getting their rocks off way harder than they have been or would have been or has been with a man or any other stud or feminine girl. When you follow someone and start following their instruction and they've done nothing but you talking to them or listening to them or watching them, then mostly you are in the presence of a familiar or a soulmate or a twin flame or a psychic twin. These are all different types of levels of people you've met before in the past life. Let's go back to the beginning of the video when I explained to you guys that this covet, the only thing you need to know about this covet is that a lot of demonic energies and energies from everywhere are waking the fuck up and they're wreaking havoc in people's bodies. They running up into the cheap, low vibrational souls and living their best lives, just like the movie Avatar. Just like the movie Avatar. Living their best life through that human. Okay? So please understand that, one, I don't think Angela is heading it. I think it's her stud. Please also understand, too, why you gonna feel sorry for grown-ass women. Don't feel sorry for grown-ass women. They were searching for something and they found it. And trust and believe, everybody's searching. And everybody's gonna find something. The way they pumping these energies out here, they not pumping that shit hard enough. They filling the atmosphere with God, deity, isms out here. I know you see it in your mama, in your daddy, in your sister, in your brother. People changing. They acting all ignorant. They acting all belligerent and shit. These are the energies running up into your people, living their best life. So if you can live your best life, I wouldn't hate on the energies that are living their best life through you. I advise you get your avatar body, your chakra systems right and strong, so you don't have to worry about no outside energies taking over your shit and putting you in fucked up situations and shit. Trust me, it's happening right the fuck now. Okay? Let's talk about Bella real quick. I'm almost done. Bella was the main bitch. From what I saw in a lot of the reports, you guys, Bella had CPS checking on her because there were some allegations that Bella was going to give her youngest daughter, which is I think 16, 17. I don't know how old the daughter is. To fucking daddy. Okay? to Daddy, and Bella has Daddy's name tattooed on her chest. But I believe she's out now because I believe the CPS with Bella was real and they were threatening to take her kids. So it was either stay with Daddy or pull your shit out so you don't lose your kids. And I know she don't want to lose that check she gets, so she pulled out. It's really sad. And I believe from the energies I'm getting, Bella is still completely in love with Daddy. And I believe the girl who pulled out, which was another Daddy's girl, even still has dreams of Daddy Angela to this day. Be careful. I'm telling you guys now, this one occult is only one of many. You're going to see that people overstand, and when they start promoting and showing you guys that extraterrestrials and outer entities visit here on a regular, and it's proof, and they can't hide it anymore, you're going to notice that the religious sanctions are going to be lost and confused, and they're not going to know what to do with themselves. You're not going to be able to explain an outside white God when shit hits the next 10 years on this earth. And I'm talking about killing. I'm talking about water damage. I'm talking about pure fact of extraterrestrials. Pure fact and evidence. Because I would like for you to know how you explain a white, blue-eyed God who died on a so-called cross for you. How is a white, blue-eyed God is going to help you from an extraterrestrial being coming from another galaxy system because they have a vendetta on the planet Earth? The fuck? You better get ready so you don't have to, you better stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Because shit is going to take a straight up left in the next decade. And if you and your family's not prepared, you're going to be unhappy. And I don't care if you're a lawyer, doctor, emergency response, fucking insurance salesman. Give a fuck how much money you got. You will be unhappy. And me as a Lumerian, we've always thought higher before we fell down to this low vibrational world called Earth. So if I need someone, I can call them with this without a problem. I don't need to touch you. If I want to get my fuck on, I could use this without a problem. I don't need a Pacific person or whatever. And I could fuck on whoever the fuck I want to fuck on. Because when it comes to mind magic, nothing, I repeat, nothing can stop you, mommy, papi. It's like something. It's like something that gets you going. So, I'm glad Bella has pulled away from this cult. This cult is still going on. I don't know where she's actually located, but she's on TikTok. You guys, please be careful with who you fuck with. I feel good today, even though I'm like 10% sad a little bit, but but what I've learned is that everybody's going through the change, and everybody's going through the change rapidly. And if you're not careful, you're going to burn out. You're going to fucking burn out. You're going to fucking burn out, and you'll die mentally, physically, or emotionally, or even spiritually. Because we're having a rapid evolvement. Oh, that's a good word. A rapid evolvement. It's not just you going through it. Everybody's going through a rapid evolvement of the ascension. I see it now. It's a rapid evolvement of ascension. And people are feeling things and doing things they've never done before. And they're trying to take in the information. I say continue on with your evolution. But be careful, because you have these energies that will come into you and not want to leave. Hear me now. You'll have these energies come into you and not want to leave. You have to command them out. Yes, and commanding them out, a part of that is tapping into your motherfucking God and being your motherfucking God. Because the only time you could really banish something is if you become your God. So understand that God is not something that is outside of self. Yo, you guys, I'm going to be opening up a non-denominational church, and it's going to be a nature church for kids. But I'll tell you guys about it later on in the future when I'm closer to actually opening it up. But I'm in the works of starting a church, and it's a non-denominational nature church for children. But until you tap into your God, until you get to a place where you are one with nature and nature is one with you, you will always be susceptible to being somebody's slave. You will always be susceptible to somebody's bullshit abuse, whether it be verbal or whether it be physical. You will always be an avatar to these plenty of deities that love possessing human bodies and living their lives through that human body. You must, hear me now, pay attention. You must, one shape or form, become your own God. Take this lesson from Angela. You must become some sort of a God to not only live your best life, to make sure that even after your death, they know who you are and they will never forget. But y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. But it's cool. My job is only to give you the message. So whether you heard me or whether you didn't, I did my initiation. The message is sent out. Now, are you going to pick up these gems, or are you just going to leave them by the wayside? Take these gems, take this knowledge, and place them in your crown, in your mind, in your head. And remember, you are greater, you are older, you are stronger, you are more powerful than what they say you are. You've always been lied to, and it's up to you to find the truth. And we here at Zemyaza Healing Corps make it our business to feed y'all to the point where we lose our shit so you can find yours. My name is Zaza Mambo Ish, and I am Dark Goddess 99 on Facebook, and Dark Goddess 99, my business page is on Facebook, and Zaza Mambo Ish on Facebook. Blessed and fire, you guys. Remember, watch who you give your essence to. Watch who you spend time with, because these people will either assist you or keep you down. Shout out to the God, Angela. Go ahead and live your best life, girl. But Angela, if you were a true God, you would have pulled away from that abuser, which is that stud girl boyfriend of yours, and not tolerate all of the abuse that she's done. Listen, I'm down for a little S&M on some old real shit. But when you get it to a point where you're making someone else feel like shit on a daily basis, then that's when we have problem. I don't even have problem with polygamy and marriages and relationships and tribes with more than two couples. Even that can work. But when you take it to a level to where your tribe is being abusive to you, or the people involved in the intimacy cannot get along and cannot mold as one, as a unit, that's when you should think, maybe this is not the group you should be in. I will never knock a tribe that is in a polygamous situation, or a gay person who wants to be gay, or a what's the other one that people have problem with? Listen, I don't even knock the motherfuckers who like fucking animals, because to be honest with you, that animal could be an energy they knew from another life, so they have a desire for that animal to fuck them. Listen, as a tantra teacher and master, I've heard it all. We don't judge in this realm right here. But I will say this, when you get to a level to when you're giving abuse to people and making them feel bad and taking them to a lower level, that's when you need to reassess yourself on how much of a God you may be. how much of a God you have within you. Do you have a little bit of God in you? Or is your whole shit God? Because right now, Angela only has a little bit of God in her because she's abusing her followers for no reason, but only because she too was abused for many years by her stud boyfriend. I want to send an energy source out to Angela. Baby, if you are God, then you need to pull away from your abusive stud. But I doubt that very much because not only are people sending you money, but your products are selling like hotcakes because I hear you sell oils and things of that nature. And you're making money. So why stop something that's actually working? What I'm praying for you or meditating for you right now, Angela, is that you see that you're God enough to walk away from a bitch who don't fucking appreciate you and who's putting you in a situation to where in this world they might fuck around and lock you the fuck up. Just saying. Watch yourself, Angela. Because if that bitch really loved you, the deities that she fucks with, she wouldn't be fucking with the deities that she fuck with. Because like I told you earlier, she just did an announcement regarding wanting 16 and 17-year-old pussy because the age group for where she's located is, I believe, 17. That's a whole different deity. So your stud muffin, your stud girlfriend is now tapping into not only Athena, but other darker, heavier entities. And with darker and heavier entities become darker and heavier repercussions. Watch yourself. Because they cannot stand the black woman. And they will take you down before they even think about pushing you up. So watch yourself, Angela, aka Daddies. And to the girls who are following Angela, you are beautiful, big black women. And you are so beautiful, it should be okay for someone to call you beautiful. And it should be okay to not do something correctly and not get abused by self-cutting. Because I used to self-cut when I was a child. I was initiated into the goddess Athena very young. I used to enjoy the pleasure of the cut. It calmed me because it kind of repeated the pains I was going through as a child. But when I learned that continuing the action of cutting was continuing the action of maladaptive behavior, I had to learn how to deal with my pain in another way. I was doing that shit young too. I think I was in like 6th grade. I was going to a private school, and every time I felt like I needed to